Good morning and welcome to Caffeinated Crafting. My name is Daniela, known as Caffeinated Gert all around the interwebs. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as Caffeinated Gert, and that's where I like to hang out. So, first of all, I would like to apologize because evidently I did not give out 3 of the prizes that I received for Hats for Kiddos. I came across them when I was moving some things around yesterday, or the day before. And evidently there were so many prizes that these had fallen out of my bag that had the prizes and just went and hid. So what I've done is everyone that knit, because everyone's already received a prize, except for one of you who has not told me what patterns you want. Tiger says hi. Hi, Tiger. So what I did is everyone that knit at least 5 hats, I wrote their names on a piece of paper and I put it in this lovely yarn bowl that my dad made for me. Here they are. So I'm going to just draw a piece of paper name, and whoever gets drawn gets an extra prize. And the prizes are awesome because it was like the bigger prizes that I missed, and how I did that, I don't know. I was just all frantic to get all the Hats for Kiddos stuff squared away, and I just missed it. There were so many prizes this year, you guys. Thank you again to everyone that donated. I even found another bag of hats, and I took those to Allie yesterday in time for their, I took them to her on Friday. My days are so mixed up. I had Thanksgiving and Friday, Saturday, and today's Sunday off. And my days are so screwed up. On Thursday I kept thinking it was Saturday, and then on Friday I kept thinking it was Saturday, and then I'd realize, oh no, it's Friday, and then I'd get all excited because I still have the weekend ahead of me. So it's been like that. Anyway, so the prizes are this awesome pack of, it's a Wonderland gradient, and then this beautiful blue from Cherry Tree Hill. This has hand spun. One of my amazing viewers sent in hand spun for you guys, and I know I showed you this and you're probably wondering, well, where did that prize go? Here it is. It's beautiful. The fiber is from Highland Handmaids, and then both of these are hand spun. Super awesome, beautiful spinning. And the third prize is this pack, which is, this one is Knit Picks, this one is from Knitology, and the one on top is from Cherry Tree Hill. So this would make a great 3-color project. They go together. So those are the 3 prizes that I forgot to draw for. Sorry. So, all right. First up, for this one, which is on top, which is the yarn from Cherry Tree Hills, Knit Picks, and Knitology. So here's the my bat thingy here. Let's see who's getting this. One Happy Melanie, this is for you. So give me a holler, and I will mail that to you. I think if I put that there, that'll stay there. Maybe I should make a note of that, just in case. Okay, let's move my coffee so I don't spill it, because that would be so sad. So let's see, Knit Picks, Knitology, Cherry Tree Hill, and that is One Happy Melanie. All right, here's the little bowl. Oh, second one we'll do the hand spun next. Hand spun is going to Sharon. Sharon, you're getting another prize because Lord knows you deserve it. So I'm just gonna put that in here. Hand spun. Hand spun Sharon. And last but not least, this super awesomeness. Now this is like a whole gradient set. It's like a ton of yardage. It's 640 yards plus the other skein. This will make a great project because they really go nicely together. So anyway, here we got. Let's see who gets this. I got one. Okay. Let's see. This one is going to Valerie. So Miss Valerie, send me a hey, how you doing? And I will send this to you. So let's see. I'm gonna put Wonderland. Valerie. So instead of contacting you guys, this time I'm gonna make it fun for myself and wait a little bit and see if you see this, since it'll be a complete surprise. If I don't get a hey, how are you? I saw the podcast in like a week or two, then I'll holler at you ladies. But otherwise, I'm just gonna wait and let you find it and be surprised. So yeah, thanks again for knitting all those hats, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I had any gentlemen this year. But thank you anyway to the gentleman, because Rick donated some awesome prizes. So there is a gentleman. All right, so I have one finished thing. Well, no, okay. I crocheted some dishcloths, but they're already like out in a package ready to get mailed. So can't show you those, but it was just like one was single crochet and one was a half double crochet. Nothing fancy, just some dishcloths. There's pistachio. But I did finish these socks. So these socks were finished up by me, but it was a sock tube cranked by Freckled Whimsy like 2 years ago, last year. I don't remember, it's been a while. But the yarn is from Rockin' String Creations, and it is called Merry and Bright self-striping. It's from on the Jitterbug fingering, which is the base that I like the best from Rockin' String, because it has a nice twist. I like a nice high twist yarn, especially for socks. So I split the tube in half, and then I knit my toes, heels, and cuffs. Now the toes, heels, and cuffs are sparkly yarn. It's yarn from Whimsy Stitches. I love his sparkle base. I don't have a name because they came out of a mini skein set. But if you love sparkly yarn and you haven't tried his sparkle base, you really should, because it's the most sparkly of the sparkly yarn. See how sparkly that is? You can even see it on the monitor. See, look at that toe. Sparkly. These are a Christmas gift. So I whipped these up. Actually, I started taking them apart on Thursday. And finished them yesterday, so yay that. I love the sock tubes. Don't come at me. I mean, like, some people are like, well, it's not knitted. Well, it's still knitted. This is a great way to give someone socks for Christmas when you don't have the time, energy, inclination, or don't just love this person so much that you want to knit them a whole pair of socks. These are going to my favorite baker in town, who I would not have knit like a whole full-on pair of socks. But this way, she still gets a pair of socks, feels loved. There we go. Also, when I have Freckled? It is Freckled Whimsy, right? Yeah. Whimsy Stitches, Freckled Whimsy, whatever. Okay, so when I have her crank my sock tube, I have her crank all of the yarn in the sock. You can like hold back like a percentage, so you can knit your cuffs, heels, and toes. I don't do that because I always just use a mini skein or some leftovers or whatever to knit my my toes, heels, and cuffs, because that way I get enough. Like if I get the whole skein cranked, I can get 2 pairs of socks out of this, which makes it even better. So this pair of socks is half of my tube, and then this is the other half of my tube, so that'll be a whole nother pair of socks. Now that works for me when I do the 64 stitches for the ladies. When I do the 72 stitches for the men, it doesn't really work out to get 2 pairs of socks because they need to be longer, with the foot and the leg needs to be, you know, they're bigger. But I always end up like with like about this much extra. And not that I've done a lot of men's socks. I think I have like 2 or 3 at this point. Of the little extra pieces. Eventually I'm going to graft those together and make some Frankenstein socks. Or I've also considered, because it's like the perfect little amount like for the wrist. Ooh, are your paws wet? He's been playing in water. He likes to play in his water dish. Come here. Oh, yeah, your paws are wet. Thanks for that. I'm going to graft those together to make Franken socks, or I'm going to maybe like pick up stitches and make fingerless mitts out of them, because they're like the perfect like little length for that to like up here, and then like pick up and knit the finger part maybe and the cuff part. Your paws are like really wet, dude. He doesn't care. This is my big baby. Check out that belly. Whoa. So yeah. If you want to give the lovely gift of socks without knitting a whole pair of socks, it's the way to go. I'm gonna have to put you down, baby. He's making purpurs. He's making purpurs. He likes his cuddles. Do you like his bow tie? He's got bow tie. It's on the top of his head right now for a bow, but it's supposed to be bow tie. Pistachio got one too, but he's finally figured out how to get it off. Now he won't leave it on. He likes to be naked. All right, you're gonna have to get down. Here we go. All right. So the only other thing I have worked on is my ginormous, humongous West Knits Knit Along Mystery Shawl from this fall. The Slip Stravaganza. So if you're knitting that, there's your spoiler alert. Although if you're knitting that, surely you've seen one at this point, because the knit along was over like a month ago. So surely you've seen one by now, but if you haven't, spoiler alert. I think, oh, I'm in the middle of a row. The rows are taking forever at this point. There are like 900, I think I'm at like 910 stitches. It's over 900 for sure. The 10 is what I'm not sure about. It's either like 908, 910. It's a lot of stitches, and it takes forever to get across a row. But I'm in the last section, and eventually this will get done. I put it in timeout because I got tired of knitting these rows. Well, that, and I wanted to get some Christmas gifts done, so I did a couple of dishcloths for my mother-in-law because she loves them, and I was getting their package together to mail, because we're not seeing anyone for the holidays really, so I'm just mailing care packages. So here is the shawl. There's the very top. Here's that section I was working on last time I talked to you, and since then I have finished this portion, and I am on the chevrons at the end. So the chevrons at the end, you can kind of customize how many you want to do, and And because this shawl is already freaking ginormous, and I am not a tall woman, I'm 5'3" on a good day, I'm going to only do 3 of the chevron stripes rather than 6. So what I've decided to do, so I made a green and a yellow chevron stripe, and then I'm going to do a pink one to tie in the pink from here and here, and then that'll be my end. So I feel like that gives it a nice border. Unless I do another, that's my plan right now. I might change my mind. I might decide I need to schlank it. But right now, this is in timeout because I just can't even. Oh, and I just dropped some stitches. Let me pick those back up, because that would really suck. Oh. Okay, let's see. Stitches picked up. Crisis averted. Let's pull those needles up and put this little baby back in its bed, because I just can't even. Well, I mean, I could. I totally will. But what I want to do is, after I finish the few Christmassy type gifts I'm working on, which isn't much, I picked this out of Deep Stash. It's Encore Color Spun from Plymouth Yarns. It's a worsted weight. That's a nice hefty worsted weight. 75% acrylic and 25% wool. And it's a self-striping. I'm going to knit a hat for my favorite baker's husband, who runs the farm that she gets the produce off of, to put in her deliciousness. Let me tell you, I got a sweet potato pie from her for Thanksgiving. I also got my rolls and a chocolate chess pie. The chocolate chess pie was Aiden's favorite thing to eat. He ate like the biggest part of that pie all by himself. The sweet potato pie was freaking delicious. This is Meg's Bread. If you're in Cookville and you have not gotten anything from Meg's Bread, you're sleeping. But my husband was like, sweet potato pie, ugh. Well, and he tried it, and he's like, so do you think she'll make pies for Christmas and we can get another one? Yeah, he liked that pie. He was skeptical, but he really liked it. So we had pie, and she also made potato rolls. We had her rolls. Those were good. I can bake, but I'd rather be knitting and support a local business, and so she baked for me. She bakes for me every week. I pick up, it's awesome because you can like order online, and some of the stuff is basic, and she has like bread and croissants every week. But then she makes hand pies and galettes, and those vary depending on the season and what fruit or produce or whatever she can get. So sometimes they're savory, sometimes they're fruity. And you just order like what you want, pay for it online, and then the actual bakery's still closed. But it's just in a bag with your name on it. You just grab it and leave. It's great. So anyway, she'll get more money from us at Christmas if she does pies. I hope she does. So yeah, that's my baking treat every week, is from Meg's Bread. And then, oh, also for Thanksgiving, I made my first full-on turkey. I'm very proud that I made a first full-on turkey. Well, maybe not so much now that I've made it, but I was really nervous because normally we're at someone else's house for Thanksgiving. We're visiting family here and there. So I've never made the turkey because we're never home. Well, this year we are home because with COVID, we're not traveling. And so I got a heritage turkey from my favorite local farmer, which is Stockton Farms. And it was delicious, and it turned out easy. It was easy to make. So now I'm like, what's the big deal? Why is everybody complaining about making the turkey? Because it's not hard. We're already planning we're going to do turkey again for Christmas. Everybody liked it. It was delicious, and it was not that hard. But anyway, so that's my Thanksgiving stories. It was lovely. It was probably one of the most, it was so chill. It was one of the nicest Thanksgivings I've had in a long time. I watched movies, I knitted and crocheted, played some Beat Saber, made my first turkey. It was great. All right, you came here for the knitting, not for the turkey. But that's all the knitting I have. So, if I drew your name, holler at me and let me know. And I will get these prizes mailed out to you or delivered to you, whichever. Sharon, you're local. I'm not mailing it to you. But I'm not going to let you know that you won a prize, at least for a week or two, to see if you watched the podcast and figured it out for yourself. Yeah. So I'm going to cast on this hat. It's almost time to... Oh, I have an hour. I have an hour until I hang out with my auntie. I was going to say my favorite auntie, but she's really my only aunt. For my Sunday morning WhatsApp call with her and then with my dad. And I have a class today. I'm super excited. I signed up through the Georgia Fiber something. It's a class I'm taking with Debbie Held, who is the doodler on Instagram. And I am taking a class on how to spin yarn for socks. And then in January, I signed up for a class also with Debbie. And that one you might still be able to get into. So it's this, here, let me just tell you who it's through, because, well, you can find her on Instagram and then click through. It's Georgia something. Let me see here. Are you going to be cooperative? Updated just now. Okay. Oh. Southeast Fiber Arts Alliance. It's through the Southeast Fiber Arts Alliance. So if you are interested in learning how to knit socks from the bottom up to make them fit well, there's a class for that in January. I don't usually knit my socks top down, but that's because when I knit them toe up, they never fit as well as they do when I knit them top down. So that's why I'm taking the class. Because I feel like in the long run, it's more practical to knit them toe up. Because if you have a set amount of yarn, you don't have to worry about running out. You could just knit till the yarn's gone because that's the top of your sock. Or you can make them longer because you're not worried about running out of yarn when you get to the toe. So that is what I'm doing. So since I have my iPad here looking at stuff, do you want to see my turkey? Okay, so here, I'm going to show you my turkey because I'm really proud of it. Look how delicious my turkey looked. And then also Meg's pie. This is the sweet potato pie. Oh my God, Meg, it was so good. Not that she watches this podcast. She doesn't even know I knit. All right, so, oh, here, look. This is Pistachio with his bow tie on. But now he's naked again. And here's Tiger with his bow tie on. Isn't he handsome? So handsome. All right, I think I have rambled enough this morning. So sorry, that was a big rambly podcast about not a whole lot of anything. But you got prizes, and I did have a finished object, and I'm going to go cast on a hat now. See you guys later.